I'm alright. Nobody worry about me. By the way, I'm going to put you through a fucking table. Have a nice day.
Whoa!
Hey, what is up? You can let yourself up. OJ. Turn the music off. OJ. Hey, what's up?
Hello, Jake.
What's up?
What's happening?
No, hold on. What's up, gay guitar guy? How you doing?
Daffala, dirty datalish cut of the jib. Gay guitar guy. Hello.
How's everyone doing? I'm a star. Oh, shit. Again? I'm a star. Really? Really, OJ? By the way, OJ,
Yes, sir.
do you know what time it is?
It's time to get ill.
Anybody wants to tip the Strangers Binks? I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm a star. I'm an idiot. I'm a star. Okay. I love you, OJ.
I love you too, brother.
If anybody wants to come up, here's the link in chat. We got the perfect porn blocker to block it when if someone tries to do it.
There you go. So how has your morning been going, Jake?
Not too good.
Not too good. What went wrong? What's going on?
I number one, I made Shayna cry for no filter.
This morning?
No, last night.
Last night. Okay. So what happened this morning?
I actually told Husey to fuck off. I banned Husey and Pesci. Tell them to go fuck themselves.
Okay. So you made someone
I
cry,
gotta do something.
and then you
I'm gonna
blocked a couple
I'm
people.
gonna put a tweet out.
You put a tweet out.
It's
So
gonna rock the world.
it's gonna rock the world. All right, let us know what the tweet is while we try to figure out why you're
It's
making.
Petra Melton is the male version of Elisa Jordana. Petra Melton. Oh, version of the male version of Elisa Jordana.
Wow. So Jake, you made someone cry last night. You blocked a couple people. You told them to fuck off.
Oh, hey, what's up, Vince? How you doing, brother?
Okay, so you still like Vince. Okay.
I
All
still
right.
like Vince. Vince
All
is
right.
if you need an attorney, call Vince. Find Vince. 833 Find Vince. FindVince.com. What?
Okay, no, I'm just trying to make this all, I'm trying to make sense of all this. You've been blocking people, telling them to fuck off. You just
Oh,
went after
hey,
Patrick Melton. Yes, go
Vince.
ahead.
Vince, I'm at 2306 in views. I'm at 2,306 watch hours. Public watch hours.
There you go. Ignore OJ.
And OJ. 711. We got to get it. We got to get them. It's like, Vince, I did send, if you want to come up, I'll send you a link, brother. Because
Yes,
we got to talk about.
this may be one of the last places Vince is welcome. He's getting so much hate from everyone in the Dabbleverse.
Listen, I just want to tell you this. Vince was by the way, Vince's show, by the way, one is getting more views than anything we're doing.
Right. It's amazing.
They all beg me to come home. Dude, we gotta actually some things that Vince, here's the thing. And Vince, I need to ask. I actually wanted. Oh shit! What?
Oh, you're asking Vince a question, so I figured.
I wanted to ask if what do you think about a penalty? Here's what someone who's been stalking me for years got charged with cyber stalking, and he got 90 days home confinement for it. What do you think about that, Vince? About someone, and they live in the state of Rhode Island. This is the guy that I've told you about, the guy that's been harassing me and shit. LJ knows about the case, the one that Grady tried to help me with.
Sure. So aside from that, we can always get back to that. Jake, who did you block anyone else this morning, or was it just those?
No, I did not.
Okay, you didn't block any of your beloved chatters. I heard maybe you had blocked a bunch of people.
You're also a busy person, Vince. You're also a busy person doing stuff. Dude, you're a lawyer. Dude, you don't have time to deal with stalkers and all that.
But
Hey,
yeah,
what's
see,
up, Bobby?
look what Vince is saying here, because someone messaged me saying that you did in fact block a handful of people this morning.
No, I blocked 2 people. I unblocked Chris Mack. I unblocked him.
So you blocked Chris Mack also, but then you unblocked him. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. It was 2 people that are now still blocked. Husey and Sir Joseph Pesci.
But Husey and you weren't getting along, and he was gracious enough to come on to your birthday stream. What happened, Jake?
I don't know.
What do you mean? You blocked him? What did he say to you? What did he say that
You know what?
made
I
you
will.
block him?
Here's what I'll do. I will, guys. For the sake of this, I'm going into my unblock list and I'm unblocking everybody that I banned off the channel.
Not everybody, because some of them were. Vince doesn't understand that some of the people don't. I know what Vince means by not blocking people, but some of them are not good for Jake's stream. So trust me, Vince. I know where you're going with that. No blocking shit, but some of these people are like the people that are stalking him. And I told Jake to actually not block that guy also and just take screenshots of whenever he harasses him. But okay.
All right, I'm unblocking Husey. I unblocked Husey. I'm also unblocking Sir Joseph Pesci.
There you go.
All right, they're unblocked.
Good job.
They're unblocked. If you need an attorney, call Vince.
That's not true, Vince. I was the guy in 2005 going to Radio Shack to figure out how to get YouTube on my TV and then succeeding in doing that. Everybody thought I was a weirdo for watching YouTube on my TV. How about that?
Yeah.
Hello, Zero Dark Tony. Welcome to the stream. I lost interest also. Sorry if I missed any of you guys.
Is that the real? That's the real Vince, the lawyer. See if that's the real Vince.
Okay, you got a bunch of people here, Jake. Look at this.
Yeah.
Bone Loads. Does Bone Loads? Am I right? Bone Loads is a mod for Perry, I think.
The Bone Loads is a mod for No Filter. That's No Filter Boys.
You got somebody backstage, Jake.
Who is it?
I don't know. I want you to look.
Oh, that's they're we can ban that guy. We can ban him.
I couldn't even see what that was.
I'm not. I wasn't gonna pull it up.
I don't have my glasses on, so sorry if. Let me put them on.
I got duped. Yeah. Here's the thing, dude. He's like tried to basically like say that Carl didn't pay him the right amount.
Okay, Bone Loads. Gotcha. Hello, Chris. Good morning. Good afternoon.
I'm not really one.
No, because I was going to ask him if he was, because Perry apparently blocked Cardiff on Twitter for some reason. I'm going to have to reach out to what's his name? Oh God, I'm so bad with names. One of his mods.
Yeah.
We got that guy in back. I can't. Okay, I see. OJ. What is that? I can't tell what that is. What was that?
OJ.
For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, there's somebody backstage. I don't know what that was. If they're in the chat, which I'm sure they are, you could tell me. I just saw a little picture. It said OJ, and then something behind it. It looked like a boat, a model boat. I don't fucking know. I'm blind.
Yeah. That was him. Tencent Harbor Adventures.
Oh, so that was a boat. But what was I? I don't get it. Was I a crashed boat? I don't. I wish
I'm
I.
not up. I don't. Hey, OJ is a character in my series I was showing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, I'm Tencent. Dude, I'm sorry but I don't bring people on that I don't know.
I can only imagine what that series is.
You want me to ban them?
No, don't ban anybody. They're just trying to have some fun, Jake. That's all.
Take care. I'll have more battery. All right, thank you. By the way, what I'm thinking. Hey, OJ. By the way, guess what?
What?
No worries. I understand the world of StreamYard trolls. Yeah. No ZDR. I'm not linking this channel. I don't link. Here's the thing.
Yeah, Chris, you guys, he unbanned him. We just talked to him. He says OJ, Jake banned Husey earlier, and the Pesci guy too, and even me briefly. LOL. Yes, everyone is unbanned from this morning. Jake was having a bad morning. I think it was because of that Shepard weenie dude. I was giving him a hard time. That kind of from last night that carried over into the morning.
The thing is like we've dealt with trolls in this thing to the point where I don't want to deal. I just want to come on here and have fun and
Girls just want to have fun.
All right. I'm a loser. I'm a star. Where's the bunny when you need her? You know who I'm talking about? OJ.
No.
You talked to her for about an hour in the Discord.
Oh, earlier, yes. Oh, Dirty Delicious.
Yeah. Giving me anxiety. Sorry.
What was that, Jake?
Me doing a walrus.
Oh, okay.
Or me doing Patrick Melton.
What's your problem with Patrick Melton?
Patrick Melton's a fucker.
But did he do something to you?
He banned me after I called him a faggot.
Huh. Okay.
And he told Ian to block me. OJ, why did you turn on us and join Shuli?
Oh, that was a joke. They were telling Stuttering John that yesterday. Cardiff started that nasty rumor.
Wait, what? You're Jordan Shuley?
No.
You-
Cardiff said,
You're a
I
loser.
think he said something like that was. What did he say? I don't remember. There's a couple different ones because someone had said that I was Shuley's mole this whole time and all kind of funny stuff. I think it was just a couple.
Hey, I don't trust ZDR, so I'm gonna make him join. I'm gonna let him join Jake Land. I'm not putting him in the regular Jake Land chat. He's joining Jake Land too.
Hey, we have a visitor here, Jake.
Who?
They're on the stream.
Man!
What's up, Jake?
How you doing, Vince? My birthday was Friday. That's nice.
Happy birthday,
30th
belated birthday. You 30 years old?
Look at that.
Where were you born?
Where I was born or when?
Where?
Here in Waynesboro, here in my hometown.
That's Alabama?
Hospital. Mississippi. Wayne General Hospital.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I have two older brothers and one older sister. Yeah. Are you? Is this interrogation?
Deposition, interrogation. Some people say my interviewing style is like that, but that's my background.
Yeah.
Jake, he's just trying to get to know who you are. That's all.
Yeah, OJ. So I heard. Hold on. I heard OJ talking about why he hates Shuley, but he couldn't articulate an exact reason.
I don't
even know.
Shuley.
Well, I mean, we all hate Shuley, but you have to have a real reason. You can't just say, "Oh, I hate him because of a general thing." And what did he actually do to you?
To me?
Well, you hate him, so what's the reason?
I don't hate him, Vince. You're putting words in my mouth.
Why do you dislike him?
I'm at the point where I don't even dislike him. I was I was at a point where I disliked him. I've told you this, I believe. I don't know if you're doing.
Quad Daddy.
I'm getting some questions for Shuley, but if you are, he did lie about me a couple times.
What's up, Quad?
So that kind of sucks. But I don't have any hate for the guy. Like, Bob Levy, he says it, hey, we can all make money doing this, we all work together, there's no reason.
Yeah, well, I don't agree with Bob.
I was really letting my emotions get too far into this stupid fucking thing. And I realized that. I took a step back and said, what am I doing? Why am I getting worked up over this nonsense? So over people I don't even know. So
yeah,
that's
I know. It happens too. It's like that whole issue with Carl.
Look who's here.
Who is Quad Daddy?
Quad Father.
He's BYB podcast.
Okay.
Hi, Vince. Hi, Vince's lawyers.
What's going on?
Not much. How are you guys?
We had a situation that we need to talk about, Quad. Jerry tried to me and Jerry got into a fight on No Filter and ended up stressing out Shayna.
And no offense to Quad Father, but let's get this cleared up for Jake for you, and then I'd like to get back to Vince because he's taking time out of his day and he doesn't do that a whole lot. So
yeah, you bet. You guys could just talk to Vince and we could do that later too. I don't mind a bit.
No, I think Jake did want to talk to you about it real quick. So
all right, go for it, buddy. What's up?
He just had. I'll just tell you for you. Shepardini, I think that's how you say his last name. Like he's been giving Jake a hard time, and yeah, that's what he messaged you about. Jake has had enough of his shit, and
where's he been messing with you at? On socials or
on No Filter, and also sometimes he messes with me. He doesn't mess with me on BYB, but he messes with me when we're outside of BYB. He doesn't mess. He knows that you are my friend, and the others are my friends, so that he knows not to mess with you or Lemmy or Granny.
Right. So this is something we'll definitely clear up later. And now we got Quad Father involved. Maybe he can help out. And
Yeah.
So is the
I didn't
Quad
do that.
Father, is he the enforcer for this group?
He really is.
He's the owner. He's the owner of the group.
The owner, okay.
And also, let's bring Christopher in, the rabbi, the former
OJ,
rabbi.
why do you hate Shuli?
Besides the fact that he's Jewish, I mean, why do you really hate him?
All right, guys.
I'm kidding you. I'm sorry.
I'm
No,
not.
I know, but I do think that this should just be Jake and Vince right now.
Gotcha.
We're on here all the time. Like I said, Vince is taking time out of his day to join Jake. So,
Yeah. I wanna say, Vince, I did. I've been singing your jingle a lot, by the way.
Well, that's the purpose of a jingle. Again, if I would have got Call Vince, I know Call Vince is better, but it is Find Vince, findvince.com.
Yeah.
So, Jake, you got your stalker in home confinement, but does he have access to a computer so he could still stalk you?
Yes, he has computer. I don't know if any of his get restrictions. I don't know that. I just know he is 90 days. And is that reasonable in Rhode Island, or because I know Rhode Island has no tolerance for harassment?
I explained it before. You're going to run into people that either commit one crime or 100 crimes. This guy's a 100 crime person, so nothing's really going to make him stop. Although having the court intervene and make him stay at his house for 90 days is definitely something. Some of these people just do these pranks as just jokes, but some people take it too far and they don't understand the ramifications of their actions. So let him do his 90 days. I don't think he's really coming down, but I guess you can have the Quad Father patrol your estate waiting for him.
Here's the thing. All the stuff that he's doing is on the internet. They should have said, hey, when you're on home confinement, no internet, no computer. That's what I've saw in cases like this where they took the computer away from them. But this guy's been harassing me since 2017. This guy is a what's a good terminology?
Yeah, he's a super fan. I get it. I mean, you're lucky that you have people that are so into you that they're willing to go to these lengths to be a fan. So that's a good thing. It comes with the territory.
He sent me a big black cock.
Yeah, I mean, that's nice. He sent you a gift. I mean, there's no big deal. Like, he didn't send you an explosive. He sent you a gift.
Yeah, he's also like what do you think? He likes to play the song Alabama N-word.
Don't we all?
Which N-word?
The racial one.
Nagger?
Like my wife. Like my wife. She's a great big nagger.
Why are white people so afraid to say words? It makes me laugh because you all say it the second no one's listening, or actually in terms of your public life. Are you afraid to say a word?
I'm afraid to say that word because I don't want to lose my channel.
You won't lose your channel for saying any word.
But I haven't lost it when I call someone a faggot. But
well, that's the thing. It's a matter of the context, right? If you're harassing someone by saying something about them that may or may not be true, that's one thing. But you're not going to lose it for saying a word.
Yeah.
What if I called KB that word? Would you have to?
You haven't told me what word we're talking about yet.
Legal action.
That word that. Hey, OJ, you have the sound? Do you have the Bob sound thing? OJ, not that one.
I just love knickers.
Nick Gurr. Quad Daddy, your quality of video is really good.
Yeah, iPhones are pretty good. They cruise around outside. I don't know how the audio comes in, but yeah, it's not bad, huh?
So have you taken anybody out on behalf of Jake yet?
I can't talk about that. You know, you're a lawyer. What are you trying to trick me into a catch-22 here? Get me busted? Thanks a lot, man.
How did you guys meet?
Yeah. Here's the thing. A lot of us we met through
Grinder.
We met through the actually it's just we run in the same circles. Quad.
Oh, funny, Jake. I run in circles.
No. We run in the same circles. We run in the same friend groups.
Okay, that's better. Thank you.
And
I
the
met
joke
him-
there,
I actually
Vince,
met
is
him,
that Quadfather is paraplegic in a wheelchair. That's
Wah, I can't walk. Wah.
Quadriplegic.
Oh no, he can't
Jeez,
run in
what-
circles.
Come on, quad. Come on. Why are you subtracting from my math here?
How did it
Let's
happen?
go for 4.
You have to watch the first stream that we did to know the story. I think they said that he tried to jump into a pool from a tree.
I was gonna say,
and broke his neck.
yeah, shallow fucking water, right?
Yeah, an above
Son of a
ground
bitch.
pool.
Where were you?
It was actually my parents' pool. It was like a Labor Day event, and yeah, I was pretty wasted, drunk, and I climbed up in the tree and tried to do a flip into an above ground pool, and I found the bottom with my neck.
How deep was the pool?
Like 3-4 feet, whatever. One of those above ground pools, not very deep.
And you climbed up on a tree and did a flip, and unfortunately, when you hit the water, your neck was going towards the ground, I guess, and hit right to the ground.
Yeah, just right to the bottom of the pool, and I just hit the back of my neck, and then whatever. No one was around, so I got to drown. And then my mommy gave me CPR, so she gave me life twice.
So you did that for nobody?
Yeah, I wasn't doing it for anybody. I jumped into pools like that a million times, so I thought I was just being a smart ass. And whatever. That day I was a little drunk and didn't judge it right or whatever. I don't even really remember it. I remember hitting my neck really hard, and it felt like someone stuck a needle in my neck, and like a frog, when you pith them. It was like that.
So were you knocked? Jake, calm down. Let me ask some questions. Were you knocked out unconscious?
No, I was wide awake, so I got to slowly drown wide awake.
Holy shit! What did that feel like when the water started to rush into your lungs?
All at the same time, you kind of just go out. Like when that starts happening, you just kind of like black out. Your brain just turns off. So
how long until your mom found you?
Oh, I don't know. I was blue and purple and shit. So however long that takes. But yeah, just like in the nick of time kind of thing.
Right, because you can only be out for a few minutes. I mean, that water's not cold enough to save you. So she had to find you within 5 minutes. I mean, it doesn't seem like you have much brain damage the way you're talking. So she had to find you.
That's up for debate. But yeah, I do think that it had to be pretty quick. So everyone was up at the house and eating dinner at the time that happened. And my stepdad just happened to get up from dinner to go put chemicals into the pool, and that's how he found me. So it was like maybe God was like, "Hey, get your ass up, go do something at the pool." So did
he put the chlorine first and then intend to?
Yeah, of course, dude. I mean, you got to take care of the pool water. I mean, that's more important than anything. Yeah.
Where was your real dad at the time?
California, whatever. He lives down in the Bay Area. Sorry.
Your dad's gay?
No. Yeah. Yeah, he's like Kevin Meaney and all these other guys that live their fake lives.
How old were you when it happened?
33. Same age as Jesus.
Yeah, 33. What hospital did you go to straight away?
Some shitty little rural hospital, and then they had to life flight me to a bigger one because we got like horrible medical system sitting here in this. It's like 30,000 people live in this town. It's not very big, but our hospital is horrible.
Hey, Vince.
Hold on, Jake. The funny thing is, I mean, it's not funny, but you're still alive, which is great. Really, the hospital doesn't make a difference in your situation if you broke those vertebrae and
right. Well, there's some things like giving people steroids immediately, so it reduces swelling because the swelling around the spinal cord actually does more damage. So, like they did. My mom was Googling stuff and figuring shit because she used to be a nurse. That's why she gave me CPR too. Like she knew all that stuff. Once upon a time, she's now a lawyer, but yeah, she definitely saved my life, and she definitely got she was Googling stuff on the fly and figuring stuff out about spinal cords real quick. And
were you able to sue anybody?
No. I mean, I could have done that for the insurance, like the house insurance, but my parents, I'm not suing my parents' house insurance kind of thing. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's no harm in doing it. I mean, it sucks that
Well, it's all good.
what you're going through. No,
Yeah,
man,
it's
it's
all
tough.
come
It's
and
a
gone.
tough situation. What were you drinking?
Whiskey with beer backers all day long until like I went golfing first thing in the morning, and I played like 54 holes probably that day in the time from the morning till whatever 18 beers and who knows how many shots in. I could have probably also sued the golf course for serving me that much, but also I didn't do that because I think personal responsibility for my own actions kind of thing.
No, this definitely wasn't your fault. I mean, if they were over serving you, they should.
Well, I did that on the regular, so I was just an idiot.
Yeah.
Let's just leave it at I'm an
What
idiot.
were you
and
drinking?
I did what I
What were you
did.
trying to mask from your childhood? Was it your dad leaving?
Do we have a doll? I'll show everyone on the doll where it happened.
Were you sexually abused?
No. Whatever, man. Good childhood. So no. I have
No. Your dad
excuses.
left. Your dad's in California. Where were you when this happened?
Oregon, but whatever. I got two good dads, a good stepdad and a mom who's good. So no complaints on childhood, man.
Yeah, no, look, it sounds like you're at least mentally there, because that's the worst. If you were out a little bit longer, even a minute longer sometimes, the brain damage is just too great.
Oh, absolutely, man. No, I believe it was a God thing. That's all I can say about that. Like I said, there's no way he got up in the middle of dinner to go change chemicals. That doesn't make sense. So whatever, he got up and just happened to see me. So
when do you finally get the news that you're going to be a quadriplegic?
I figured it out pretty quick when I woke up that I couldn't really move my arms. I mean, it's worse. You know, like I said, the swelling around the spinal cord, it makes it worse. So you have to wait for some of the swelling to go down before you actually really know what had happened. Some people walk away a week later. About 6 months in, was like, all right, well, nothing's working and nothing probably ever will. So be it.
So how far down on your body can you actually use?
Like I can wiggle my toes a little bit. I can move
you
my
can?
legs just a little bit. And I can move my legs just a little bit.
How are you moving
I can
that?
feel everything. I can feel everything from my neck down.
Oh, you can? Like if I pinch your leg, you would feel it?
Yes. If a fly lands on my toe, I feel it. So it's weird that I can't. Like I must have just ripped the half of the spinal cord that deals with mobility, not the other half that deals with like feeling.
So like if a stripper's in your lap, can you feel that?
Oh yeah, for sure. If I
Interesting.
had sex like I did the other day, I would feel it. Yes.
Who do you have sex with?
We won't go into that.
No, dude, I don't know if you'd be able to do this, but I worked in the Cleveland Clinic in downtown Cleveland, one of the best hospitals in the country or the world for that matter. And I was in surgeries where they were implanting some kind of electronical devices into people's spines. And they actually had the people from the company there assisting the doctors. They'd bring the people out like, hey, can you feel this? Can you feel that? Have you ever heard of anything like that? And
yeah, of course.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they have those things that it'll connect, like a strand of your spinal cord from the top half that's not broken down to the part that is broken. But that's just, it's fake electricity. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's fake mobility. It's, so to control that kind of stuff and actually make it usable technology wise to making it like usable, but you can have that shit implanted in you. And I know that there's people that have like total robotics implanted into them. And Vince might tell you if he does malpractice, that once you let doctors start really going in there and playing around with you, that things can go bad real quick. And, it's probably not worth the risk at this point because it really is just like they're practicing on people.
How are you moving that chair? So, now he's showing off.
Yeah, see.
By the way, I see
just a joystick.
I see a cross on the arm.
So my understanding was that a quadriplegic, Jake, hold on, quadriplegic couldn't use arms and legs. Is that right?
So like I can use
Oh, look at this guy showing off, man. You're not a real quad.
Yeah, well, that's debatable too. Like I can pick up, cups. I can spray the lawn. Whatever. I can do some stuff. I'm not like totally.
Oh, that's all. Oh, that's all. I mean, if you didn't have use of your arms, the life would suck. Can you masturbate?
Sure.
And you could still get hard?
Sure. Yes.
It wasn't yours.
Like I said, the feeling part.
Someone else's.
It's not as good as it used to be, but we get there.
So you obviously heard Artie Lang's father's story, right?
No.
All right. So you know who Artie Lang is?
Yeah. You bet.
Yeah, his dad used to climb on roofs and install antennas, and Artie wasn't there one day, and his dad went up on a picnic table, put the ladder on the picnic table, and climbed up and fell. And he became a quadriplegic, a real quadriplegic, not a fake one like you, where he couldn't even move anything below his neck. So he couldn't move anything below his neck. So they had to have a nurse come in.
Like Christopher Reeves, like just neck down, done. Yeah. They call that a complete break because he severed his spinal cord. Mine is like ripped in half. That's like a complete rip. It means you will have nothing below that works.
Yeah, I mean, you're fortunate.
Rip it in half, then like you'll get some things. Like I said, like I lost mobility, but I have feeling. I suppose you could probably lose feeling but have mobility, but that probably doesn't work very good because you wouldn't be able to like feel your spatial surroundings. It would be weird, I'm sure.
So legally, Artie's dad and an attorney came over to try and figure out who to sue, and they looked at the ladder. They figured, all right, the ladder was probably defective that he went up on, and it turned out Artie's dad stole the ladder from the telephone company. And generally in law, I mean, Artie says that story, but generally in law, even if you did steal a defective ladder, you could sue the phone company or whoever manufactured it, but that's Artie's story. So they didn't have much money. But his dad asked him several times to kill him because he could not move anything besides his neck.
One of the funniest things I heard, I was listening to MLC one day and they were talking about me, and I guess they'd heard around the circles that, some guy fell in a pool and broke his neck or whatever. But yeah, Bob Levy said that. He said, man, if I was a quadriplegic, no matter what, I'd get a shotgun. Even if I had to pull the trigger with my tongue, I would kill myself. That's one of the funniest jokes I've ever heard when he was talking about me.
Have you ever contemplated suicide then?
Hasn't everybody?
I mean,
regardless of quadriplegia, of course.
Not necessarily, but after?
Sure. I'm sure it's popped in everyone's mind, whether or not you're realistically wanting to do it. But yeah, of course.
How old are you now?
44.
Have you been in any long-term relationships?
Oh yeah, lots of them. I was married till like 3 years after I broke my neck and whatever. I've had a bunch of multiple year relationships since in the last 10 years.
Were you married when you got into the accident?
Yeah.
And that bitch left you after 3 years?
I like how you say it.
Was it because of that?
Maybe a lot to do with it, yeah.
How is the dating scene now that you are partially quadriplegic?
Oh, I mean, it's whatever. It's trash, but Tinder, plenty of fish. There's like, you just go online and there's plenty of chicks. You'd be surprised that a lot of girls don't even really care about that kind of stuff. It's weird. I find that weird.
Do you put it in your profile that you are in a wheelchair?
Yeah.
Do you ever date anyone that is in a wheelchair too?
No, and also that wouldn't work.
Why not?
Sexually. Two people that can't like do stuff is very well, like that would, like having a girl ride me that can't ride me because she doesn't have mobility to do that wouldn't work very good. So
yeah, but like you can have your mom lift you up and then lift her on top of you.
Whoa, Vince, we were having a nice conversation. Why do you have to get dark?
Dark? I mean, your mom saved your ass, man. She saved you.
Killing me.
It's not easy to give CPR to somebody.
I'll never get hard again. Thanks a lot, Vince.
No, I was being serious. Like, or somebody lift you up and help you guys out.
Yeah, like a Hoyer lift set me down nicely, or set her down nicely on top of me.
Did you do a full flip, or did you do 2.5 when you did into the pool?
I honestly don't even know. I just know that I went for it, and next thing I know, I was like stunned, like that. Just totally.
Did you ever do that before?
Oh yeah. Like jumping. I've dove off of houses into above ground pool. Like I just was a smart ass, man. I think I was just like I miscalculated because I had to jump out and then do a flip, like to make it over the edge.
Right.
So like I think I don't even think I did a full flip, one flip. I think I did a half of a flip and just fucking cased it. But like I said, I was pretty drunk. I even had that thought when I was standing on the limb, to jump off. I was like, I'm pretty drunk. I probably shouldn't do this. That was like my famous last thought before I did it.
Yeah, so many times in life, your thoughts actually become true. I mean, good and bad. So obviously that wasn't a smart move. You were trying to cover something up from your childhood. I mean, you got to work on that at some point. Figure out what the hell.
I thought you were a lawyer. You sound more like a psychologist.
Well, sometimes we have to be both. Old lawyers think they're psychologists. They think they're comedians. It's fucking annoying. But we have to deal in that a lot of times because we're trying to get into people's minds and figure out what makes them move, what makes them think. But yeah, I mean, obviously your dad leaving, going to California is a big deal.
By the way, I changed the title, by the way.
To what?
Hanging out with OJ, VTL, and QL from BYB.
I really do think Quad Daddy's got to change his name, though, because I don't think technically you're a quad.
How do you figure? I don't have full use of my hands. That's all I have.
Man, though, and all joking aside, that's so fucking fortunate, because if you didn't have it, it wouldn't be. Did you ever hear of Rusk Institute in New York City?
No, I did go to a little institute. Like I qualified to go to this place called Rio in Oregon, which is like Oregon Health Science University, and it was more like in depth, trying to help me get back, mobility.
Is there a defined time window that all your improvement will be made in terms of when it happens? How long is that for quads or for your situation?
I would say like it, maybe 9 months. Like in 9 months, you're pretty much. I've heard stories of other things happening, but I don't know.
Yeah, for those. My father had a stroke, and what I learned through it, I didn't really know what a stroke was, but after the fact, they tell you that the only progress you're ever going to make is in the first 6 months. So you have to be very aggressive in your rehab that first 6 months. After 6 months, nothing's going to change. I didn't know if it was similar.
I busted my ass for that first year, and then I kind of realized that it was like, all right, at this point, I'm just beating myself up. Like I'm going to tone it back a little bit because I'm not getting anywhere with it. Off every day trying to get something back, but yeah.
No, look, you got you at least you're a good-looking guy, and you have some mobility and some movement. That's the key, though, because like girls are superficial. They'll look past the wheelchair, but if you're not that good-looking, then they don't care. So you're lucky in that sense.
You said it, not me.
So who was the last girl you hooked up with?
A girl. We'll leave it at that.
But why are you being so coy with us? So where'd you meet her?
Tinder.
Now, how do you swipe?
That's easy.
With your nose or something?
Yeah, I'm holding my phone right now. I joined this, didn't I? Yeah, I can do it. It's easy.
OJ was telling me that he's texting me, says use your nose to swipe left and right. I didn't know if that was true.
Like if I'm opening my phone up, sometimes I'll do that. I'll just hit my
I've seen him use his tongue also.
Yeah. That's what she said.
All right, man. Well, that's a good story. I didn't know anything about it, but sorry it happened. But you know how life goes. You just got to push on. You're alive. So
I didn't know. I didn't. The only thing I knew about the story is about the tree because we talked about it on No Filter before.
Did you cut that fucking tree down?
I didn't. I said leave it up. I didn't care about seeing it, but it's gone at this point. They did. They had it sitting there as like a stand, so they could set drinks and shit on. Because they cut it down like the height of the pool, and then they put a thing on it. And I was like, whatever. It's gone now. They got rid of it. I don't even know why. I told them to keep it, but they didn't listen to me.
Is that still at the house where you're at right now?
No, No.
So where do you live now?
20 minutes away. Yeah, they're across town.
So you moved out eventually from your parents' house?
No, I never lived with my parents.
She just went there, drank, and did flips off their tree?
Yes. No, I was at the golf course, which is right by their house, drinking all day. And then I went to a Labor Day party on Labor Day weekend 11 years ago. And there you go. That's what happened. I showed up wasted drunk. So I walk in the door, I'm wasted drunk. And I'm trying to talk to people, and I realize that I'm just a little too tipsy. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go take a swim or something, try to wake up. Like,
oh, this wasn't at your parents' house. It was at someone else's house?
No, this is at the parents' house. Labor Day party.
At your parents' house, your mom and your stepdad are there and a bunch of other people there. You come home drunk from playing golf.
And then I was like, all right, I'm a little too tipsy to hang out with people and talk and not be make an ass out of myself. So how about I go jump in the water and try to like wake myself up so that like I'm not so plastered. And then there you go.
Damn.
Yeah, Vince. I had all these questions to ask you, but I'm trying to be patient.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, man.
I mean, Quad Daddy with his big sob story upstaging me.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I stubbed my toe jumping in my Florida pool the other day.
Hey, is true? Is that true that Shuli used the poster money to get his pool?
Not all. It's true that he's using part of it to pay for it, obviously, but it's not going to cover even like one little waterfall. There's two. I saw the schematics. I sent them to not OJ. OJ's friend with the mask, and he saw it.
El Replay.
Yeah, his name's Rocco, right? Rocco, yes.
I'm not sure.
I know. I keep calling him Rocco. I love the name Rocco. It's my grandfather's name, but he's on a text chain with me and Shuli and Carl. We leave Carl on her, though. Carl never responds.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, I also want to ask this. By the way, you know, I know you don't have a license to do Rhode Island, but if this guy comes after me, I might need to get a lawyer. Can you refer a lawyer or?
Yeah, we'll have to talk off air about anything legal. But potentially, like in any situation where someone harassed you or even harmed you, you can sue them, and if they have any money, you can go after them.
Yeah.
Did you notice the other day, OJ? Did you hear Stuttering John's apology to me?
Yeah, I caught part of it. I found it really odd that he was sucking up to you so much.
Yeah, because what happened was he was communicating with a Guinea -the lawyer. I hate hyphens in all names or even underscores. So it's like, I would never do that. And supposedly this person was on Patreon telling him all these different things. And John thought it was me. So it wasn't, but he was saying all these defamatory things like Vince is not a real attorney and all this other stuff. So my attorney actually got some emails from fans, and they sent over it wasn't a formal cease and desist, but the fact that it wasn't me. I've never been on Patreon. I've never been on anyone's Patreon, never paid for Patreon, let alone to John. So he had 24 hours to retract it, and he did. So John's a man of his word in that sense.
Now it makes sense.
I actually was going to ask this question before. How long have you been an attorney?
Since 2001? 2002, technically.
How did you meet? Did you meet Howard before? Was you part of Howard's show? Was you Howard's attorney, or was you? Because that was you. What happened there? You became part.
Yeah, how I had a connection to the show. I can't talk about like who I've represented, but it's been a bunch, and maybe I have dealt with a few things. But unless they come out and say, like Joey Boots came out publicly and said that I was his attorney. Joey Boots sued it was a class action based upon some things he was buying from Dwayne Reed, and it settled for over 6 figures. So Joey got that money about.
Damn.
Yeah, Joey got a huge settlement, and he went on the show and he was speaking about it. But I mean, that contributed probably to Joey's downfall, because an addict with money is not necessarily a good thing.
And I know the high pitch Eric that was talked about on Stern. So I know you also represented High Pitch at one point.
Yeah, I've represented him in multiple things, and High Pitch actually sued me at one point. I got the case dismissed, and then that's when we went to the Yankee game. We celebrated our dismissal by going to the Yankee game together.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I got a question, because I see, like, what do you think about the Hunter Biden thing?
Yeah, Hunter Biden is in a lot of trouble, in the sense that he left the paper trail of how the Bidens were collecting money from foreign governments. So there are no products that the Bidens sell. Now, you can technically pay an offspring of a president or a vice president. You can pay him for doing nothing, just having that connection. However, he was clearly paid by a Ukrainian company to get the Ukrainian prosecutor fired, which Joe Biden did. So I'm not really so against Joe Biden. Joe Biden went to my law school, Syracuse Law School. He's the most famous alumni we have now besides me. So I don't hate Biden, but he's in trouble.
Yeah, you know, I want to say that when I actually, you know, when I saw you, when I first saw you on Shuli Network, I was actually very, I was very, like, amazed about how you do stuff on the shows.
Yeah, my delivery is sometimes dry, and I do tell the truth unless I'm lying, like I said. So I'd like to have more of a objective opinion. I'm not like anti-John. I'm not anti-Carl, despite him being a big crybaby. And if they do something good, I'll say it. It's not going to be something where everything John does is horrible. Everything that Carl does or Shuli does is horrible. I don't watch Shuli's show. I don't watch Carl's show. And every once in a while, someone will say John's talking about you, and I'll go on his. But I can't stand John's show.
Hey,
it's not my thing.
What do you think about them last week taking a week off from streaming on YouTube, because they made another channel, and then they, like, because of Mutter and Jay, they decided to take a week off.
Well, they got banned. I think they got a temporary ban from YouTube. I don't know for sure. Is what people were saying. But you can have more than one channel as long as it's not the same owner. So sometimes you have different companies own different channels. I don't know what Shuli's situation is in that sense. But they're back on live now, right?
They're back on right now. And right now, they right now in a few minutes they're gonna have the Uncle Rico show, and I'm not gonna watch that because I've seen every. Here's the thing. By the way, do you still know that a lot of old K-Rock stuff is still on YouTube?
Yeah, of course I know. I mean, I review a lot of the old shows.
There's an episode where Jimmy Buff was hired by K-Rock.
Yeah, did you ever hear that episode? This guy that made fun of Howard, they end up hiring, and Howard had it in his database.
It's IBM computer.
Yeah, the IBM computer where he puts all his haters in. And dude, before we I got something else I want to say. This is something that I've said. I've had Gomez Adams from TK Classic Rock out of Syracuse on my show, and there's a station, his station that he works with. There's a sister station there called K-Rock in Syracuse.
Okay.
There's 2 K-Rocks. He told me I was working there. They kept getting calls for the Howard K-Rock and not their K-Rock.
Yeah, I mean, that happens because the call letters can be the same if they're in different districts. So Syracuse is far away enough from New York City that they could use K-Rock.
Yeah, but also the whole Wings fight. That was dude. Howard. Wait, was this around the time Howard was going through his stuff at NBC with Brendan Turnikoff firing him?
I think it was a little bit after, but bottom line is Howard knows when people are trying to use him, and when he says no to an appearance and then they hire someone else, he generally doesn't want to promote it.
It still amazes me that to this day, John just never understood Howard's point of view on that. It's like John is just going back and listening to those episodes, and Howard speaking so eloquently and like straight to the point and making it clear as day why he didn't like John or want John to do that, especially with the advertising. And John just could never understand.
Well, John had no choice, though. He had to make money outside of the show.
Sure, but I'm just saying Howard's rationale on why he didn't want to be involved with it, and John not understanding that part of it. I totally get John going for the money, of course, but
yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Ultimately, John did the shows that Howard wouldn't do. And Howard said he claimed he wanted him to do the shows to get paid, but he wasn't going to promote him. Same thing happened with I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. Howard obviously allowed John to do it. John lied and said it was 2 weeks when it could have been 3 weeks. That's a whole nother issue. But John rightfully did it, and that John parlayed that into getting on the Tonight Show. You can't take that away from John. Jay Leno was not trying to get Howard back by hiring John. It's so lame to even think that. People think that it's so lame.
No way. That was definitely part of the reason. It had to have been. To hire a stutterer to be your announcer. How ridiculous is that?
It wasn't about the stutterer. John was really high at that point. He came off that show. Howard didn't watch it. Howard didn't speak about it. But John was really popular at that point, then went on to Jay's show and really killed it. And then remember, they didn't just hire John on a whim. John had to keep pressing, and finally he got the job. So I can never take that away from John. It was not a revenge hire, and there's no point. There's no point in Jay even hiring John to get revenge on Howard. There would be no revenge on Howard. There's no damage to Howard.
Stealing one of his biggest cast members and giving him a job, a stuttering dickhead, a job it's a total. I mean, it's clear to me that's what that was. Why not just hire him as a writer from the beginning? Why would they make him the announcer?
They never wanted him as a writer. They wanted him to do the interviews on the street. And remember, TV's paying 12 times more than radio was at the time. So there's nothing in John's actions that were wrong. John wasn't a dickhead. He wasn't an asshole to take this job, nor was he someone who was a minor player on the Howard Stern show, but he wasn't getting compensated enough. And it's a no-brainer to go to that show compared to staying on the radio.
I wouldn't argue that, but I do argue that there wasn't some form of like, hey, fuck you, Howard, I'm taking one of your guys. And
well, you're giving Jay Leno then a lot of credit for somehow believing he's going to sabotage Howard's show by taking John away from it.
But to think that there wasn't at least a little bit of that in there, like, okay, John killed it, like you said, he did great, he was on fire, Jay really liked him, and he works for Howard.
You're looking way too in it. Yeah, but Jay doesn't hate Howard, and Jay couldn't give a fuck about Howard for the most part.
They had a pretty brutal rivalry at the time. Howard talked a lot of shit about him for years.
Yeah, but Jay's not hearing it. That's the thing. So,
Vince?
Yeah.
What do you think about Greg Opie Hughes?
I never listened to Opie and Anthony in my life, not 1 minute of it, so I have no idea who they are. I mean, I know Anthony just because of his connection to Shuli.
Yeah.
You know, we hung out at the Pottstown debacle for a few hours.
You know, here's the thing. You know, when I was growing up, I was listening to radio. I was listening to Tom Joyner. I was listening to Stephen DC. I was listening to all this. I always wanted to be in radio. But now I'm realizing that radio is dying.
It's dead, Jake.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, it's not completely dead, but it's It is for the most part, especially if you don't drive, which I don't drive on a regular basis because I live in a city. So I don't really listen to the radio at all. I don't even know how I could listen to the radio.
No. I haven't turned my radio on in years in my car.
Where are you from, OJ?
Cleveland, Ohio.
I used to hang out at the Flats. Do you know what that is?
Of course, I'm not even 10 minutes away.
Yeah, when I went to college, there was a bunch of players from a private Catholic school that's really big in football. It may be St. Ignatius, but I don't know if that's exact.
St. Ignatius.
Yeah, a bunch of guys from my team went to that school, so we went back and visited that high school at one point. Then we went to the Flats. Flats are like a huge bar area in Cleveland, right?
Yes, right on the river bank.
Yeah, it's fun.
Actually, today is
actually one of Jake's friends is a former, I think, what's her name, Danny G or something, Jake?
Danny G.
She is a former stripper that worked in the Flats at the Hustler Club.
Oh, the Hustler Club's there?
It was. I don't know if it still is, but that was years ago.
How'd you know
there's
about
one in
Danny
New York City.
working there? How'd you know that?
She told us, Jake.
Oh, that's right. Wait, she was on here?
Oh, she was in the chat on one of your streams talking about it.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
All right, I'm going to the gym now, even though it's Sunday. Jake, I'm taking off. Is that all right, buddy?
All right, thank you. Any plugs?
Vince the Lawyer channel. We just released steak for 2 for 1 for me for Dominic. The time when Dominic ordered steak for 2 for 1 in the Hamptons with Howard. So we took a trip out there today and listened to that.
Oh, and Vince, I wanted to tell you, if you ever do check out some O&A, there's a couple things I would check out, but one I would check out would be the Andrew Dice Clay stuff when Dice was on Opie and Anthony, so you could hear that, and then there's also Howard's hearing about it point of view, and then Dice goes on to Howard, and then O&A are mad about it, so it was a fun little radio feud. So I would recommend if you ever do dabble in O&A, I would check out the Andrew Dice Clay stuff.
All right, yeah. I mean, I'm not interested in O&A.
Yeah, I never was either until all this stuff. I was always a Stern guy.
Vince, by the way, Vince, thank you so much for coming on. By the way, I do appreciate it. And by the way, if you need an attorney, find Vince. 833 find Vince. FindVince.com. Vince
Very
and Bessie
good.
is. Sorry, I'm trying to do your whole thing. All right, Vince, thank you very much.
All right, guys.
Thank you, Vince.
Thank you.
You're welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Very cool. It's taking time.
Great.
Yeah, it's cool that he likes you, man. And
by the way, I sent Shuli. I sent Shuli the link. I sent Libby the link and Gina the link.
Of course you did. Who didn't you
and
send the link
Stevie
to?
Lee link too.
Right. Fantastic.
Yeah, this is actually was a fun show. That was a fun time talking, but this was
honestly, it was cool that Vince got to meet Derek, and if Derek wants to come back, or Chris, or anybody, but yeah, I was hoping it would just be you and Vince. And actually, it also sucked for me because I just heard the story from Derek. So because he came on to be Dabbling Live and told the same story. So, but it was cool that they could meet, and it was a fun little time with them.
Yeah, and you know what? The thing is, it's like so many of these. By the way, we also want to put out this. By the way, any views and opinions were Vince, we're not a legal channel. When I say legal, I mean we're not lawyers. Any views and opinions, speak to a lawyer before doing anything. We're not. Right. Me and OG are not lawyers.
No, I'm definitely not a lawyer.
Yeah. This is better than the one we did this morning. Right now, I gotta find a legal channel. No, when I say legal, I mean we're not lawyers. But All right.
It's
I think we
me,
need to do
dumb
this.
friend Chad.
Okay.
I think I'm in love with you, and I want to do gay stuff all over you. Let's take it to the next level. Love always, Chad.
Shut up. Shut up, Dave. Shut up, Dave.
I'm Sofa King retarded.
By the way, Dave is trying to make everybody we got 8,712 hours until my birthday.
I'm Sofa King retarded.
Yeah.
Where did you put the link out for the show, Jake, where Derek and Chris got?
I sent Derek the link, and I put the link out in on just yeah.
Okay, all right. So I make sure if they want to come back.
By the way, Corn, I just want to tell you that Cardiff came in using your voice. If you need an attorney,
I wanted to play Vince. Heck, speaking of Hack, hang on. Hack Ride's video that he made for you.
I'm cooking some today. Let's talk about Tony Bazanga. I think we're gonna end, guys. I'll talk to you. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye.